cero. La raya, seguimos on fire, aquí no se falla. Nunca le sale por más que lo ensayan. Cuando hay que apretar me vuelvo Super Saiyan. Subiendo de level como Sander Saya. En las olimpiadas con todas las medallas. Van a extrañarme el día que me vaya. Todos los tuyos quieren tirar la toalla. A la hora cero, la raya, seguimos on fire, aquí no se falla. Nunca le sale por más que lo ensayan. Cuando hay que apretar me vuelvo Super Saiyan. Subiendo de level como Sander Saya. En las olimpiadas con todas las medallas. Van a extrañarme el día que me vaya. Todos los tuyos quieren tirar la toalla. Estoy demasiado veloz, no pueden verme. Cada vez que quiero quemar, le tiro a Werner. Me gustan más los billetes azules que los verdes. Ustedes hasta cuando ganan pierden. A todas estas serpientes les mudé las pieles. Los zorros combinando la... Los carteles, me muevo como los... Pa' brindar de mi pauta esta se quieren guindar. Si por mi instinto me dejo llevar, pues les doy bulería a los David Bisbal. Escúchame bien, yo no tengo rival. Tú podrás rimar, pero no suena igual. Es mantenerse, no es solo llegar. Tanto dinero que piensan que es ilegal. A la hora cero, en la raya, seguimos on fire, aquí no se falla. Nunca le sale por más que lo ensayan. Cuando hay que apretar me vuelvo Super Saiyan. Subiendo de level como Sander Saya. En las olimpiadas con todas las medallas. Van a extrañarme el día que me vaya. Todos los tuyos quieren tirar la toalla. No tengo que decir de dónde soy. Todo esto lo saben ya. No sé si hay guerra o es solo un rumor. Vamos pa' la calle a ver si es verdad. Tengo fe, sé que pronto mi Dios vendrá. Mientras tanto la tierra la haré temblar. Y firme con él yo por dentro estoy. Por eso ninguno me detendrá. Ahora tengo el récord limpio y par de campeonatos. Pero antes trabajaba hasta limpieza y ornato. Quieren copiar el flow pero les cambio el formato. Correa desde arriba, ve como yo lo... El respeto de los veteranos desde novatos. Procura que en mi zona tú no seas no grato. Porque hasta de día están sonando los... Me respetan y los capos. A la hora cero, en la raya, seguimos on fire, aquí no se falla. Nunca le sale por más que lo ensayan. Cuando hay que apretar me vuelvo Super Saiyan. Subiendo de level como Sander Saya. En las olimpiadas con todas las medallas. Van a extrañarme el día que me vaya. Todos los tuyos quieren tirar la toalla. Young Kings, baby. Santurce.
It's the Celtics in Boston who find themselves on the road here today for an interconference battle. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us on the sidelines. To the left side wing, McDaniels. A three-pointer off the mark. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Conley gets the bucket. Holiday with it. Pass to Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Tatum reminding the defense, like, yo, you cannot stop him.
Conley with the three. Boston grabs the miss. Here's Porzingis. Trying to find White. Gets it to him. Outside Tatum. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. And the dunk by Tatum.
Man, Holiday puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Often it's with his scoring, but right there, making a play for someone else.
For 3, Edwards. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense. And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here's Conley following the bucket by the Celtics. Mr. Gobert. Sweet little floater.
This is Rudy in his zone, where his shot is within easy reach.
Here's Tatum. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota off to a slow start. It's a 5-point game. The layup off target. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Knocked away. And Derek White, he's one of the most valuable guards, Richard, in the NBA.
White can play the one, he can shoot the ball, plus he is an all-league defender. So Derek White gives you everything you want in your backcourt.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Minnesota. They trail by 7. And finished off by Gobert.
And the slam. If Rudy gets that ball anywhere near the rim.
Oh, my goodness, the slam.
Showing off his pure athleticism. Brown with a memorable finish.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks. Takes the 3. Rebounded by the Celtics.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
To the middle. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And bringing the aggression and the energy. 2 things you like to see from Porzingis.
And here's Conley outside. Another miss by Conley. It's Brown on the wing. He's got 5. Outside Holiday. Outside Tatum. And rebounded by McDaniels.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up the 3-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Top of the key, Conley. To Gobert. Now here is Conley, guarded by Holiday. Gobert down low. Drops in the layup for 2. Gobert's got 6 points.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And the jump by Porzingis.
Yeah, textbook positioning there for Porzingis. Once he's established it, he's going to have the advantage and able to finish that one above the rim.
And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. The Celtics shooting their first free throw of the game. Here's Tatum. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. 8 points for him. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Boston. He notched 8 points. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Boston.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
The 10-footer. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Pass to Alexander Walker. Offensive rebound. Reed. And Reed throws it down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
And RJ, the combination of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown winning a title together. That's something else.
There was some small talk going around about breaking them up. Good thing for the Celtic front office, they kept them both. In their first 7 seasons as a duo, they have 5 trips to the conference finals. That is a ridiculous run.
Textbook use there of the pick by Horford. Strong footwork gets him to the shot.
Pass to DiVincenzo. And here's Reed. Horford with the rebound.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
Tatum using his size inside.
Look, this dude is well built, man. He's a specimen. He's 6'8". Look, he's going to score inside if he gets that close.
Alexander Walker with the ball. The Timberwolves working the ball around them. Here's Edwards. Great D that time from Tatum. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Here's Edwards. And Boston with the rebound. Here's the break. Pass to Horford. Misses from close range. Edwards with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Fades and shoots. Edwards with another miss. Celtics leading by 9. From deep three-point land.
Second violation.
Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, plus reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Pass to Beal. Fires the 3. Johnson with the defensive effort.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
All right, Doris, what's kind of an unsung stat you appreciate about the Suns lineup?
Wow, they are so gifted offensively. So I'd have to say very good at getting to the free throw line. That's important. Very good at baiting defenders and putting your opponent into the bonus. That's big. Attacking into coverage. They get to spend plenty of time at the free throw line. It's an underrated advantage, BA.
Brooklyn on D. Pass to Dunn. Now Beal. 6 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. A nice shot by Richards.
Well, a terrific secondary playmaker. Beal with a nice find.
About a minute into this first quarter. The shot by Johnson, no good.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. Here's Russell. Outside Johnson. Back to Russell. To the right side. Banked it in off the glass.
This guy an effortless scorer. Outside, inside, in between. Dynamic scorer is D'Angelo Russell.
Pass to Richards. Back to O'Neal. And here's Beal. Covered by Johnson. Beal outside. And that one fall for him. He's 0 for 2.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively. And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
And once again, off the mark by Phoenix.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
The kick out to Johnson. Back to Claxton. Tipped. It's Booker on the wing. Second shot opportunity. The shot by Dunn, no good.
Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. You know, Grant, with the Nets, there was so much optimism just a few years back.
And it was just too bad to see things go south. It's a reminder that nothing is as easy as it seems in the NBA. Even with a superstar roster, things don't always work out.
Doris, someone who plays within himself. Nick Claxton knows what his team wants from him.
There's real value in a player understanding his role, and that's Nick Claxton. Sprint the floor, rebound, rim protect. He knows who he is and what puts him on the floor.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. To the middle. Here's Beal. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker.
Well, this is how Bradley Beal just makes it impossible to guard him. 3-level scorer. This time he goes to the inside game. Well, that's not easy to box out like that. It's just great footwork, and that gave him just the time he needed.
It's stolen by Johnson. To the inside. Snatched away. Pass to O'Neal. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
Back to Beal. It falls. He's now 2 of 5 from the field.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 1. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the Suns are going for it. All-star guard Devin Booker said everybody here is on the same page. We're in win-now mode. We want excellence. We know it's not going to be easy, but when you give up that much, we're trying to win this year and years to come. Brian, this front office has been aggressive.
They are all in, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Johnson. He's got 5, and he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. Right side O'Neal. Pass to Richards. Back to O'Neal. Dunn outside. Clock at 6. Here's Beal. Rejected by Claxton. Johnson inside. Here's Wilson. Booker defending. Back to Johnson. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Nets up 1. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Nets, what do you think, guys?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
Booker looking around. Fires it. Rebounded by the Nets.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Pass to Wilson. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Doris, in terms of assist-to-turnover ratio, Tyus Jones normally leads the league.
B.A., this guy is such a steady hand at the lead guard position. Tyus always makes excellent decisions, plays within himself, and plays mistake-free basketball.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Suns.
Yeah, I love the energy and aggressiveness I've seen from them on defense. They're really getting after it with all these blocks.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Phoenix making a switch here. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Here's Beekman. Pass to Sharp. Six to shoot. Here's Wilson. Out to the right wing. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Substitutions on the court.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Booker for three. Ooh, Booker from range. Pure.
You've got to be there on the catch if Devin Booker gets an opportunity from the perimeter. This guy too good a shooter.
Inside. From deep, Johnson. Knocks down the long J. Johnson's got 8.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
The Suns leading. All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big three. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes a legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Russell deciding where to go with it. There's a screen by Johnson. Rejected by Bull. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Bull. Phoenix making a switch here. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. They get it back. Pass to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Johnson. Deflected. And here's Booker. Back to Beal. Three-pointer. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. And now it's an 8-point Phoenix lead.
And they're building on their lead, doing whatever they can to blow this game open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Here's Russell. Richards pulls it in. The Suns lead by 8. Here's Beal. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, Bradley Beal is the epitome of being a triple threat. He can drive it, pass it, shoot it. The complete package on the offensive end, that defines Bradley Beal. Boy, that's not the result I would have predicted. Usually you can take those to the bank when he's at the line.
Johnson with a bucket.
Boy, his hard work on the offensive glass, earning an additional opportunity.
And so it's Phoenix with it, following the bucket by the Nets.
You have to love the tenacity, but also the awareness to make sure he came away with that ball.
Williams on the wing. Russell from outside. Counted from distance. Russell's got 5.
Well, the lefty stroke of D'Angelo Russell on display. This is a guard who can be effective with and without the ball.
Now here's Russell. He's got 5. Fires the 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. There's 38 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Beal outside. Outside O'Neal. Ooh, poked away. Stolen by Russell. Johnson on the wing. Down low. To the left side wing. And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.